全部変わってる。もう何なの。もしもし。
清水さんのお宅でお間違いないでしょうか。岡本水産でございます。毎度ごひいきに預かり誠にありがとうございます。
もしもし。
God, yeah, I don't know why. At least the playback that I was seeing on Twitch and Kicksend before we entered this home was like atrocious. It was literally like 2 frames per second. But now it seems to be normal. I don't fucking know what's going on, man. Anyway, let's move on. We've got our home. A lot of these doors are gonna be locked. And what the fuck was the point of this? It was right, it was we have to get through this door, but we have to find a calendar in order to actually go through. So let's start exploring. I should probably get rid of all that at the shrine. Oh, or I forget. Oh wait, the shrine is up ahead around the corner. Here it is. All right, let's enshrine the divine water, which we don't need, the inari sushi, which we don't need, and that should be good. And we don't have an Emma, right? No, not like we need it, but you know we're fine. Okay, let's keep moving on. That won't open. Let's go through these doors and see what's up. Comb. But yeah, the cast has been playing through this game, and some of them have been having fun. The chick that plays Hinako, sorry, the chick that plays Hinako has been screaming like crazy. She finds this game to be very scary. And the one that plays God, I already forgot her name, Rinko, has been apparently just going through it with like a poker face for most of the time, or most of the game. We'll see how Shu handles it. I think this was this is the family room. We had a flashback at some point, or a note, that it was like Hinako's mother talking to her father and being like, you almost killed her, like with your knife, you almost hurt her with a knife. And it was here, that scene where we have the mother sitting here, the father sitting there, and then us sitting here. And then he gets violent, we kind of step back, and then he throws a knife at us. And it lands like right in front of our leg, or right next to our leg. And it's pretty messed up. But yeah. Anyway, don't think there's much in these rooms, unless Diary of Revenge. Okay. My father had the courage to call out the town's religious group for the embezzlement of local taxes. He died in an accident shortly after, and those crooks claimed it as Inarisama's divine punishment. What? I abandoned all faith and became an atheist from that day on. I don't believe in the gods or Buddha or divine punishments or stupid curses. Instead, I turned to research and began delving into the local history of religion and folklore. My goal was to expose their precious faith for what it really was, a bunch of wild tales crafted to suit their manipulative needs, and ultimately get my revenge. I write this journal like some kind of final message. Now, due to my steadily deteriorating health, this is so much like Higurashi. This really just is Higurashi. It's like, oh, we're doing someone's final bidding. We're performing a research on behalf of someone else, and so on. Anyway. From the beginning of this month, my appetite has drastically decreased. Even after 3 weeks, I still don't get hungry, and any attempts to force down food simply result in vomiting. 2 days ago, I tried to eat some rice porridge to no avail. I threw it up soon after. More concerning was that there was something moving around in my vomit. It was the larva of a locust. Yesterday, I awoke in a sudden fit of choking coughs. It left an odd squirming and scratchy sensation in my throat and mouth. Turning on the light, I spat out what I had coughed up. It was a grasshopper and a cricket. Surrounding me in my head, I found another dozen or so insects crawling on the sheets. I had coughed up all these bugs. I can't go to a doctor. If anyone were to see this, they would immediately claim it was some kind of divine punishment. I woke again in the early hours of the morning to a painful fit of coughing and countless bugs spewing from my mouth. They came out of me and crawled up my curtains and scuttered across my floor until every inch of my room was covered in a gleaming, writhing carpet. I'm nothing more than skin and bones at this point, yet my head feels bulbous and heavy. Whenever I move it, I can hear a dry chittering inside me. My head is full of them now, or maybe they're eggs. I had a headache that felt like my head was going to split open just moments ago, but it went away like it was nothing. My cough and the insects are getting progressively worse. However, I don't think I will make it through the night. I refuse to believe that this is some divine punishment for questioning the gods, though. Who in their right mind would believe such nonsense? And we get an Emma. Now, we've been getting a few cases like, or notes like those every now and again. And we had that one note. Right, this is the room with the portraits. We had that one note where what's this? I don't know why, but it appears each photograph can be rotated. There might be some kind of connection to the writing in the group photo. Yeah. Shit, we took a capsule. Oh well, whatever. And then we've got this. I don't know why, but it appears... Oh, right. After a rather unsettling group photo that hangs in the living room. It seems someone has taken a marker to it. Anyway, we found out that there was a doctor that found a corpse, or a body, that was, filled with insects. And apparently the person who died had been questioning the faith of the village. And, that's to be expected. But anyway... We need to, just find the portrait in, the second room or, the second, dungeon floor or whatever. And then, we'll go from there. Divine water, which we don't need. Anything else? Nope. Man. Just, a ton of bottles of alcohol. Everywhere. That is one thing that, Silent Hill and Resident Evil have always been good at, is just making places look super gritty and shitty. This room is pretty unrealistic in the sense that it's, it's too big, in my opinion, for, a traditional Japanese, home, if I recall. From my limited knowledge, this seems to be way too big, even for a master bedroom. Normally you would have this, the closet or whatever, and then maybe from here, there would be a wall this way, like so, and then just the door. This part would probably not exist. This is a little too big. But they always make these rooms, if the room was smaller, it would feel a lot more cramped and shitty. You'd have a lot of these boxes and shit everywhere. It'd make it seem even worse. But anyway, there's nothing this way. And if we check down, we gotta check this hallway. So let's do that. And also this room, which is locked. And this one should be open. There we go. Another dried carcass. Let's get rid of the arare. Interesting. Anyway, now we're going back. And then we need the calendar that goes here. Which should be back this way. Should be locked. Another axe, which we don't really need. So we'll pass. Can we... Can't turn that off to swap to the other world or whatever, like we were doing before. Bandage, which we don't need. Actually, let me get rid of the pills, which we haven't even been taken. Just discard them, as they take up a slot. We'll take the bandages instead. And I think that's it. Okay, there should be one more room. Yeah, this way. Which is stuck. Okay, now I think there's one way to go. Yeah, it was this way. Because let's see. We need to get the calendar to go straight ahead so we can then grab the tube and the thing that we need for here. We need the piece of wax to melt to also get what we need out of this so we can then proceed. So let's check the right-hand side now. That's again assuming they haven't changed anything. I believe we also need to do that little weight puzzle at some point. It's been a bit, so I don't remember all of the all the pending puzzles that we have. Oh, and we should save. There we go. Okay. Right, I don't think we went into this room either. Yeah. So here's the crest that we need to get. And then the sword and the fox fought, battling upon a set of scales. The heavens themselves shuddered at the ferocity of their struggle. Day after day the sun rose behind the fox's back and set behind the swords. Yet their fighting knew no end. The scales upon which they fought, however, were no more, having been destroyed long ago. Right. And that's for this puzzle. To enter our room, right. So I'm just wondering what's going to happen now. Because again, we've gotten the A ending. How do we get like the B or C ending, or how is it going to change what we do in here? Because again, if you've seen... Did we just go straight for the boss? I don't think so. It's blocked off. Alright, well, let's see. Yeah, we need a medallion to go through this. But here's our calendar. Anyway. Again, we're kind of speedrunning things a little bit. Unless we find something else that's new or interesting, we'll hold off on it. God, the chugging. God. Yeah, it's chugging like crazy again. Alright, we'll check these in a bit. We'll do the... We're gonna save. And then we're gonna reset, I guess, again. As in, we're gonna return to title screen. And then just reload this. Because that seems to help out a lot, somehow. Yeah, there we go. Back to 60 FPS. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this game. It's just been such a shitty experience the entire time. But anyway, let's I think there's a doll that's gonna like try to stab us or something from here. But here's the bathhouse. Or well, the bath, not bathhouse, but you know. This really is a very ancient like Japanese style bath, which I've talked about before. Anyway. There should have been a doll here. But it's whatever. They're probably gonna appear behind us. Okay. So we've got one of those dog things, I believe, at the end there. And then, yeah, there's a... Yeah, these things. Come on. This thing fucking just targets you from across the goddamn room. That is insane. Anyway. It's a good thing we've got infinite stamina and infinite everything, so we don't have to worry about this shit. Sickle we don't need. I don't remember this home being like this. But anyway, I'm not sure what's going to change after we go through and fight the boss of this area. Last time we got an achievement for killing one of them, so maybe this time we'll go for the other, but Not sure what's gonna happen.
こんな部屋うちにはない。
And then chocolate. You know, recently, I was actually able to find like Dubai chocolate in my area, which I had never tried. Like the fad came and went, and you know, I just never bought it. I'm not huge on chocolate. I hardly eat it. So I was like, you know what? Why not? So I bought it. When I got to the like checkout, it was like I just ignored like the price. I didn't realize until I got home.
バカ野郎！お前は何度言ったらわかるんだ。
すみません、すみませんね。
お前、味ちゃんと見てんのか。薄すぎんだよ。こんなの茶色い泥水じゃねえか。こんなこともまともにできないのか。女に味噌汁が作れなくて何の価値があるんだ。
やめてよ。いつもいつもいい加減にして。
うるせえ。親にその言い方は何だ。引っ込んでろ。
お母さんもお母さんだよ。ちゃんと言い返せばいいじゃない。お父さんもそんなに気に入らないなら自分で作ればいいでしょ。上手なんでしょ、お料理。
ひなこやめて。お父さんにそんな言い方しないで。お母さんが悪いんだよ。ひなこはいいから早く学校に行きな。
お母さん何も悪くないよ。悪いのは全部お父さんだよ。
ひなこ、お父さんにそんなこと言うもんじゃないよ。早く行きな、早く。
お父さんも嫌いだったけどお母さんも好きじゃなかったな。
Yeah, OBS crashed again, which is really lame. Whenever that shit happens, I believe, yeah, like the game's lagging again. Anyway, so I didn't really look at the price of the chocolate until I got to like the checkout, and it was like 18 bucks for a bar. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? It's so fucking expensive. It was outrageously expensive for what it was, but it was unfortunately very good. Just because it's got pistachio and stuff, and it's, you know, it's not bad. It had a nice flavor, nice taste, but it's so not worth it. Let me double check one quick thing for you guys on you guys' end, because it's like this is becoming unbearable to watch. Unfortunately, at least live. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, like it's straight capture, so it's whatever. But yeah, no, for some reason, like the playback that I'm seeing right now on Twitch and Kick is horrid. Like again, 2 FPS. It is unwatchable. Literally unwatchable. Oh wait, not this way. It was the other door. Oh yeah, it's not this way. Oh. We clipped into Hinako's head and we saw her eyes, and that was a little weird. Anyway, the statue is this way. Or shrine, I mean, is this way. So let's save again. And then let me just reset the map. Because yeah, for some reason, when I'm streaming this, if OBS ever crashes, it causes the game to just chug like a motherfucker, and I don't know why. But all right, let's just move through this ASAP. So we can't go this way, I don't think. I think we just have to move on to the next room, so we can grab the like wax that we need to melt, and then grab the, I think we get the pipe. Not pipe, sorry, the hose to connect to the gas in this room, or in this area. I would argue. Do we need? We can ditch this. Whatever. This is locked. And then this should be locked as well. Okay. Let's go back to the shrine. Put the shit away. Save, move on. Okay. Should be good.
私の部屋。
Right, so here's our room. We can see that Hinako, you know, used to be somewhat of a track star. to an extent. But there's nothing in here, which is odd. But alright, does she even have a... Yeah, she has a closet. So here's probably where her futon is at. And then she probably sleeps here. Oh, is this... Well, it's a no, but we can't grab it. So let's just move on. By move on, I mean this way. So let's check what's on this side. It's also really fucking dark. So hopefully it's not too dark for you guys watching. Can't be opened. She just turns around and swings. It's so funny. Right. And there's gonna be one of those big things, like the motherly ones, in the next area when we move forward. Okay. Here's the weight puzzle, I think. Yeah, there it is. I'm always alone, so I'm okay with playing by myself. That means I have a right dish and the left dish all to myself. I like to play with Kokoshi dolls a lot. I'm extra careful to share them with left Hinako and right Hinako, so it's fair to both of them. Right. So this is just a puzzle that's like, hey, balance things out. Alright. So I don't remember the solution to it, so let's just brute force it. So that is worth 1. Wait. You are worth half. You're worth 1/4. You're worth a ton. Right, I think it was just this. Yeah, literally. Anyway, got the scales. And that's it. Alright, that's 1. This door won't open? Oh. Doesn't feel right. I feel like someone's watching me. You know, if Hinako actually did this shit, and by that I mean like draw on the walls, I'm pretty sure her parents would have probably killed her as like a 7-year-old or whatever. I think that's another doll on the floor. Yeah, there's a bunch. Okay. Huh. Yeah, lighting changes. Weird. Okay, so we can check around the corner, and then I think that's it. Unless it was that room that I didn't check. There. We'll, take a look real quick. So this is our parents' room again, but in the second area. Another Estus flask, and nothing else. Okay, and I think that's it. Just double checking here. More chocolate. Okay. Well, last thing to check is right here, which I think I forgot to, and then we'll go back. Okay, wrong way. I need to stop opening the map so much too. So we go this way now. And then this way. And then we check the left, which I forgot to do. I think this place opens. Yeah. And then one of these should have the wax, and then here's the portrait. So that's what we needed. A picture of me. I can't remember when it was taken, though. Okay. So we've got the portrait for the last puzzle. So we're good in that regard. Then we just need the wax from the next area, and then we loop back, and then we can, you know, solve the puzzles that we need to. So let's save, and then let's move on. Okay. We're lucky that there's shrines immediately after, like, we go through these doors. Again, mainly because of just the issues that UE5 has loading a new area. So let's hope it doesn't chug. All right, so far perfect FPS. Good shit. This is the one where the doll attacks you. So funny. We're gonna hit the wall? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, now the bath is all bloody and gross. Oh, it smells horrible. What is this? Kitchen knife as well. Did this thing die? It did. Door won't open. There should be a dog at the end of this. Infuriatingly enough. That's stuck. There should be a shrine here. There it is. Let's put the chocolate away. And save. Alright. So let's take a look. So we need to go this way for the wax, I'm pretty sure. This is going to be an area that loops. And then that's what allows us to continue. The mother thing, the birthing thing should be here. Soon. I think when we come back out from, like, this room. Arare, which we don't need. When we come out of one of these, like, that thing's gonna be there. Up there. It's cool. Oh yeah, we can see across a little bit. More portraits. More things, but nothing else here. Oh, we can actually go through. Alright, what do we have? I think there was an enemy that pops out of one of these eventually. Isn't there? Yeah, there it is. Please swing. Please swing. Okay. Whose room would this be? Trying to think of it like symbolically, maybe our sister's room, perhaps? Not sure. And we can't open this, which is weird. And a dried carcass. Stitch the pills. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Weird. Okay, well, let's go back. We need to go this way now. Right? Yeah. Nothing here that stands out. Store doesn't open. Bandages, which we don't need. And nothing else. Man. I can't wait for, I almost said Silent Hill. For Fatal Frame 2 to come out. That remake should be coming out next year. I believe it was in March. And that's going to be a lot of fun when we revisit it. If you recall, we did play through all of Fatal Frame, actually. I almost said recently, but it hasn't been recently. We finished, what was it, Fatal Frame 4 and 5 last year, in 2024. And, come on. In 2024, and we did 1, 2, and 3 in like 2023, I think. So I can't wait to revisit 2. And hopefully there's a remake of 1, or a remaster, or fucking something. Because, yeah, just hit the wall real quick. And OBS crashed again. Will the game start chugging? And it will, as a matter of fact. Okay, so I guess I'll edit all this shit out from YouTube, but just to avoid the, well, actually, never mind. We're kind of, no, it's still chugging. Alright, I'm gonna go back, gonna save, reset, you know the deal. So, God, this editing this VOD's gonna be a nightmare. But it's fine. At least it'll look okay on YouTube. I just feel really bad for anyone watching this live. And again, it's just Unreal Engine 5's fault. Like, that's it. If it crashes again, though, I think we might have to call it here. We've been going for almost an hour, which is great, but it's terrible for, again, anyone watching this trying to enjoy it. Oh, right, this thing didn't get killed before. And there we go. Is it actually dead? Yes, it is. And here's our room again. But nothing else in here. Oh wait, we can get the wax piece or whatever from here. Yeah, there it is. So a block of wax. And we just need a hose, which should be in this area, like here. So let's go back. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun revisiting Fatal Frame, because I fucking love that franchise. At least the first two games. The first two games are, like, if you've seen my playthrough of them, like, I really enjoyed them. And I keep gushing about them. Like, they were a ton of fun to play through. They're a very, like, just a wonderful experience if you've never played, like, a horror game of that type. And it's still possibly the only horror title to ever scare me to some degree. For the most part, all these games don't do anything for me. Even this game hasn't scared me in a traditional sense. I've oh yeah, we need a bird key for this. I've been not disturbed but startled from like two jump scares, and that's it. And I think that's it. But Fatal Frame is the only game to ever like make me feel kind of nervous, you know? Like, just going through it, and the possibility of ghosts being around is really fucking weird. So I really hope they go all out with with a Fatal Frame 1 remaster or something. Anyway, here's a bunch of dolls, and I believe this room's probably still going to be the same. But just in case you haven't seen it or don't remember it, pretty unsettling, huh? I should leave right away. Yeah, we can't attack this thing. Can't do anything. But, I don't know what these represent. My guess is that it's probably, maybe a paternal, doll of some kind. And it's supposed to represent like how Hinako's father is always watching. That'd be my guess, but I don't remember. I don't think these dolls or these statues or whatever have ever been explained or described in detail as to like what they are, what they do. But anyway, time to go through this hallway. Actually, we'll enshrine the chocolate and this and this. So much faith. Do we take something? I guess we can start increasing our sanity, not like we need it. But whatever. Okay, let's go through here. So normally the dog thing would have been chasing us, but we killed it, so it's no longer doing so. I'm about to eat a dick. Yeah. God damn it, we're like... Fuck. I was swinging like into the doorways. I was swinging against this, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway. Well, I think this appeared out of nowhere. I think the lighting glitched. Is it glitching? Kind of. The ladder threw me off for a second. It's like, what the hell? Anyway. Seriously though, I think like the worst part about just having all these streaming issues is that unfortunately, if you are watching this live, you will just get a constant like notifications of me going live anytime OBS disconnects, which is terrible. All right, but I think we're good. Did we get the calendar piece? I don't think we did. We needed to get the unless I did get it. I think I did. Let me just check. Just place it and then, you know, see. Oh, it was already there. Right. So we've got the wax, we've got everything we need. So we move on. Right, now we have to go all the way through this again because we need to go into this room to get the final piece or whatever that we need. So let's get ready to reset the game in a little bit. Yeah, especially now. We can already kind of see the chugging. Oh yeah, big time. Great. And sadly we have to kill this thing so as to be able to continue. Because this is yeah, we've been here before. So now let's go here. Let's enshrine. There we go. Save. And reset. I probably won't edit out the resets because these take a few seconds compared to like the long one that we did have to go through. Anyway, so we can go to the boiler room here, and then we got to go through, you know, our portrait, or put our portrait up there. So let's go, not this one, sorry, this one. Use this. And now we put the piece of wax. And now it melts. Now we get the bird key. There we go. Now we fight the thing that's going to be waiting outside. There it is. My god. Like, even if I didn't remember this creature was here, it's so predictable with, like, horror titles, like, where enemies are gonna be, and the like, which is why I try to be quiet whenever we're playing through a horror title, so as to not, so it goes over here, so as to not, like, you know, cheapen, or, well, ruin the scare, I guess. Now, where's the, where'd this open? Like here? Right, I think we go upside down. Is the thing. And there you go, that's it. It's so stupid. Like, these puzzles are just garbage. Cool. I never noticed this the first time, I don't think. That looks super sick. Anyway, got the key, we've got the other thing, we can't go through here, we now have to go through this twice, so let's get ready to do that. Okay, here's the first one. If it chugs, it doesn't matter, we'll save and then we'll move on. Because the key goes in this area in the third one. So let's keep going. Okay. Oh, almost missed this. Errand request. Hinako, I'm sorry to ask, but could you drop by Shu's house again? Shu's house and buy that stomach medicine for me again? Also, please let his family know that I've been getting better thanks to them. Traditional medicine truly is better than all those modern drugs, and herbal remedies are far gentler on the body. Tell them that I'll pay my bill at the end of next month. Mom. Okay. Alright, bird key was around the corner and then up here. So let's save. There's going to be a ton of enemies now, which is super lame. Okay, nothing to enshrine. Luckily for us, the game did not shit itself the second we loaded any of these areas, instead of it doing so. Which is, you know, wonderful news. Okay, well, let's go through here.
あ
ひなこ、お父さんはね、ひなこ
綺麗
の
事はやめて。私知ってるよ。お父さんの借金のせいでしょ。
あおお、なんだと？
おかしな人に騙されてお金を全部持ち逃げされたのはお父さんの責任じゃない。お母さんもあんなに倹約して、お姉ちゃんだって友達に笑われても古い服のままで少しでも幸せになろうって家族みんなで貯めたお金だったんだよ。偉そうなこと言う前に謝ってよ。私に、お姉ちゃんに、お母さんにずっと迷惑をかけてきたことを謝ってよ。
なんだその言い草
お父さん、やめてください。お願いします。ひなこ、悪いけどお惣菜を買ってきてくれる？
だって
何でもいいから行きな、早く。
離せ。今日という今日は我慢ならん。親のことを何だと思ってやがる。
落ち着いてください。お願いします。お父さん。
女は家畜と変わらないんだ。
Okay, here's the Blackbird sword plate. And I think these are Syokan, of all things. So yeah, again, just another reminder that, you know, her father is a fucking scumbag. But I think that's it for this room. So I was wrong. It wasn't like by her leg. It was like by her heart. He almost fucking killed his daughter. Let's see if after we've seen this, if this room is a little different. I don't believe so, but let's take a look. Are you different? Nope. You should leave right away. Anyway. We kind of speed ran this area, which is great. When we went through this the first time, it just kind of took a while as I was trying to get immersed while also trying to evade all the enemies. I really didn't want to fight anything. I just wanted to get like all this shit over and done with. Okay. Game is lagging again, so now we do have to possibly reset once more. Oh yeah. Okay, well, luckily for us, takes 10 seconds. And we're back. Cool. So now we need to do this little puzzle, and then we fight a boss. And then we do the shadow world or whatever, and then we're done. So what the fuck was this again? Okay. So, Heaven Shuttered. Okay, so no matter what, it was the scales go here. And these scales are broken. And then this is the sky. Like so, and let's see. Okay. And you were the blackbird. Okay, so once more. Heaven shuttered. The sun rose behind the fox's back. Sun rises in the east, right? And sets in the west. The scales in which they fought, however, were no more. But yeah, it's fox and swords. So it should be this, right? No. It's not like this either. Let's see if... like this? If not, then it really is this, this is shifted, and then this goes, I believe, this way, and like so.
開いた。
There we go.
でも何の話だろう。
Who knows? Anyway, time to our cutscene, I guess. The pine tree emblem.
ひなこ、しゅうくんから電話だよ。
今いないって言って。
いるって言っちゃったよ。
じゃあ買い物に行ってるとか言っといてよ。
はいはい、わかったよ。
She took her medicine? Huh. Weird. But she remains.
私が見えてるよね。とうとう私の声まで聞こえるようになったんだ。そんなとこに立ってないで入ったら、ちょうど話がしたかったところだから。あなたは誰なの？自分でもおかしいと思うの。自分で自分がわからない感じ。自分の気持ちが自分で理解できない。どういうこと？何の話をしているの？多分あなたは私で、私はあなたじゃない。そういう気がするの。あなたは誰？私がひなこならあなたは誰なの？あ、ひなこなのは同じ。でも心はもう清水ひな子じゃないのかもしれない。わけのわからない言い方はやめて。何の話をしているの？あんたこそとぼけるのはやめて。さっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの？ねえ、しっかりと私と向き合って、ちゃんと考えて。私はね、あんたをすぐに殺すこともできたんだよ。でもしなかった。なんでかわかる？ちゃんとあんたと清水ひな子と本気で話がしたかったから。私たちは対等に、そして全力で殺し合わなくちゃいけない。なのにあんたは逃げ回るだけ。それどころか真剣に私たちのことを考えようともしていない。これ以上あんたが逃げ回るならもういい。もう今度こそあんたを殺すから。あんただけじゃないからね。お父さんもお母さんも殺す。この家もこの町も消し去ってやる。リンコもサクコも殺す。そしてもちろんあんたの大切な相棒もね。シュはどこにいるの？ねえ、シュってそんなに大事？あんたのこと未だに宇宙戦争ごっこの相棒だと思ってるんだよ。あんたのこと女だとさえ思ってくれてないんだよ。ただの幼なじみの腐れ死んだって全然問題ない。シュは大切な私の相棒だ。殺されてたまるか。
I saw like my frame rate immediately die at some points, like near the end of that cutscene, and I was like, ah, please God, no. Not again. Because then that's gonna, like, if OBS reconnects, I have to restart the game again. But also, hey Reno, it's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. Alright, let's move on. This cutscene failed to load properly. Like, I knew he was coming anyways. But let's fight the boss that we need to and then move on. As this is getting annoying. Okay. Let's hope for, I don't know, more lore, because at this point... So many first aid kits. Right, another comb. We can put that away. I think there's another... Like this way. Let's see. Before we go through those doors. Yeah, Higurashi is the last thing that we get here. Oh, and then the calendar. I don't think we saw this last time, but yeah, it's scribbled all over. Anyway, let's save and put that away. I've been alright. This week has been terrible, but I talked about that a bit ago. But other than that, hopefully you've been doing well. And I guess anyone else watching. Anyway. Let's fight the boss. Last time we fought the one on the left. So this time we'll probably try to go for the one on the right. And please, for the love of God, don't let Unreal Engine become fucking unstable and lag like crazy again. Sakuga's foot is just like dripping blood.
Hinako, 遅かったな。今から始めるところだったぞ。誰のなんだと。
There it is. Nipponije. I love when he fucking says that. Oh, it's so funny.
それではご一同様、包丁のさよどうぞご覧くださいよ
Oh no. OBS is crashing again.
なんだその戦は。
Alright, that was 3 crashes in a row. And the game is kind of laggy. God damn. We'll try to make do with this. If not, I'll see if I can reset. But like, we're gonna have to kill our mom first. And again, sorry for everyone watching this live. God damn, it's probably gonna look terrible. We'll try to get through, you know, just this quickly. Anyway. This boss fight is so fucking stupid too. Like it was a terrible fight when we did it the first time, legitimately. Oh, okay, well, mom's dead. Is that it? Her kid, you know what, we'll ditch the baseball bat, I guess. Was that it? Oh no, I guess you do have to just kill Dad. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. We're just gonna swing at him and stab him. Unless Mom, like, respawns. Perfect dodge, and then we still fuck it up. Anyway. Nope. It's a good thing HP doesn't matter. Yeah. I'm kind of frozen in place, by the way. I couldn't do anything. I literally could not move for a second. She just stood there mid-animation, holding her axe. Anyway. Whatever.
これを飲みなさい。少し楽になるはずだ。
私は一体。
まだ体が馴染まないのだろう。よくここまでこらえてくれた。
これでは皆様に愛想を尽かされてしまうでしょうか。
そんなことは私が許しはしない。 少し血色が良くなった。君の体にも合うようだ。
これは
先祖の霊に備えた米と水を混ぜ合わせてこしたものだ。神聖な力が宿っている。
もう立てます。ありがとうございます。
そうか、気をつけて。行こう。君のために用意した一番大切なものがある。
はい。
Okay. So I was gonna continue until OBS crashed once more, and then it crashed 2 times in the middle of that fucking cutscene. So I think I think that's a sign to just stop for just stop today. God, this has been a nightmare and a half to try to stream this mind you, we should have been done with this game already. We should have gotten all endings by now. We should have moved on to literally anything else. But yeah, I don't fucking know. Like, I guess fate just doesn't want to let this fucking game end. Anyway, I think we're gonna call it here for today. So let's get ready to swap on over to the ending screen.